there. Now, this will probably go along with what I'm trying to say, is today's video is about, is driving in bad weather worth it? Well, honestly, I don't think it is. Like for my market right now, it's in Tampa, Florida, it's about to storm really bad. Now, we all know, of course, when it's, bad weather out there, of course, it surges a lot more. And yeah, who doesn't want to make more money? But honestly, I don't think it's worth it at all. You're risking getting an accident. The chance of getting an accident increases tragically. It's just crazy. And of course, depending on what market you are in, you could have rain, sleet, snow, no matter what. I personally believe that driving out there is not worth it. Even if it's surging 2, 3, 4, I'm not going to go out there. Because sadly, not like I'm worried about my driving, I'm worried about everybody else's driving. And we all know everyone else can be crazy out there if it's bad weather. Now, I know that money, when you see that, how much it's surging, it sometimes makes you want to get up and go, but should you do it? Personally, no. If you do it or not, please be safe, because, like I said, it just, the chances of getting an accident increase. And, of course, Uber's deductible, I should say, for their insurance is $1,000. Lyft has a $2,500 deductible, so, yeah, nobody wants to be paying that. I mean, who's really got that out of pocket? You know what I'm saying? Even if you're putting money away for everything, you just never know if you're going to get in an accident, and nobody wants to just spend that money out. Oh, what's going on, Shayla? Whoop, whoop, Shayla in the house. Yeah, hopefully it's nicer over there, because it is not, I wouldn't drive in heavy rain, not worth it. I agree. I so agree, and it's about to be storming here. Probably in the next 10, 15 minutes. We'll probably be live while it's starting to storm. That's why I'm not going out anywhere today. I'm going to stay home and just take the day because, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful over there? Oh, that's awesome. I love that. It was good last night. Oh, last night was good. I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and tally up what I made for the weekend and how I did last night. Remember, I always recommend everybody write something down so that way you can see when you go out if you're in the positive or negative. And it's just a good reminder of what days are really good. Yesterday, I made $100 in tips on 10 trips. Gotta love that. But I did have one clientele trip, which was $25 to take them to where they wanted and $25 to pick them up later, which I ran through the app because that's what I always do. And they just tipped me $50 cash. So that was $100 I made right there. But with the Uber app, I made $170, and Lyft, I didn't make anything. I had like 3 pings, and they all canceled on me as I was driving to them, and I got an Uber hit instead, so I just shut the Lyft app off. So, and I spent $20 in gas. So yesterday's total, I did 5 hours, and I made $250. That's minus the $20 in gas. So I made $50 an hour roughly. And for that whole 5 hours, I wasn't driving the entire time. So, yeah, that's pretty good earnings, I think. 5 hours, $50 an hour, $250. Now for the total of the weekend, I made $462 total, and that's after taking out $45 for gas. So I made an average of $42 an hour for the weekend for 11 hours. I mean, you can't beat that. That's awesome right there. That is awesome. At least I feel I did good. I met my goal. It was at least 200 a day. So I exceeded it by $62. So it's definitely a happy day. So for 11 hours this weekend of my time, $462, 42 an hour average, blam. And but I am Uber XL, so I can get the better rides. Let's check in here. It's what everyone's saying. Thank you, Shayla. Yes, it was good earnings. Uber always keeps me more busy too, and that's why I know when it's bad weather out there, when it's raining, or snowing or anything, nobody wants to go out there to drive. A lot of people that have been taking Ubers and everything, of course, are gonna still need an Uber and Lyft. But I just don't personally think it's worth the money. I mean, I guess if you got an older car or something like that, if that's what you want to do, but I don't want to get in an accident anyways. I want to take the chance of getting injured or injuring somebody else. And like I said, the whole deductible thing, just not worth it to me. Darla, what's going on, Darla? In Charlottesville, Virginia, visiting. That's what's up. I hope it's nice up there. Shayla said, I never drove for Lyft. As I mentioned in my video, I noticed Uber Eats payouts are bigger and tips are more frequent. Yes, I have noticed that a lot lately too. And I like Uber Eats. A lot of people don't. And of course, when the bad weather comes, Uber Eats does like pop off really good. But where I live, I actually have to drive to go do Uber Eats, and to me, it's not worth the drive and going there. And like I said, if it's the bad weather, as much as I love money, I love making some money. It's just not worth the risk. And then of course, having the wife be really pissed off at me if I got in an accident. No. I got too many kids to worry about. I can't transport them all around in the car we got. What's up, Johnny? Uber X is busy, but if you're driving Uber Black or SUV, you are not going to make anything. See, I've never been Uber Black or SUV, so I thought they got paid a lot more, so they made a lot more when they did get a trip. But SUV alone, I mean, that's got to be heavy on gas. At least I would think. But I would think they'd make a lot more. And I don't know if I was driving that, I surely wouldn't be going out there in any bad weather. Those are the expensive vehicles, man. Can't be having anything mess up with them. Oh, man. Yeah, I wanted to go out today, and then it's just going to rain, and I was thinking, wonder who's all going to be out there, because I already started seeing it. I think it was starting to surge a little earlier. Let me go ahead and bring up the app. See what's going on today. Oh, look at that. It's not even surging out there. So I definitely ain't going out there. And this big wave of storm's about to hit. I ain't got no surge. None at all. So definitely, if it's not surging, please definitely don't go out there in the rain or snow or anything and risk yourself, because then that's really not worth it. And just so people can get an idea of what's about to hit me, and this is what I mean when I say, oh, look, we're almost in tornado warnings. So I got the radar coming. It's about to hit us. Where it actually says Tampa, I'm like a little bit above that. So yeah. It's about to get bad over here. Like really bad. I hope anybody that's out in the market, if you are watching this or see this here soon, please go home. They already got tornado warnings out. It seems like it's moving fast, but it's just not worth it. Even if there wasn't tornado warnings. I don't like it when it's all rainy because, you know, people step in mud, the dirt, they get everything on it, and they jump in your vehicle. And let's face it, not all of us have those nice floor mats that are just easily cleanable and everything. You have to actually, scrub them off or whatever when they're done, and that can be a pain. And personally, I've seen other people do this, but personally, I feel bad if I'm going to hit somebody up with a cleaning charge because they got a little bit of dirt on my car, on the floor mat because it was raining or snow, whatever the heck. You know what I'm saying? So personally, I don't want to hit somebody up with a cleaning fee, even though I know I've seen people do it all the time, and they'll give you an extra $20, 20 or $40. But I just don't like to do that to people. So I figure I eliminate that by just not going out there in the bad weather. Oh, hold on, I saw someone say something. Sorry, let me bring that back up. Trying to work with two phones makes things a lot easier. I almost have enough watch time to do some super chat. I ain't done that yet. That'd be kind of cool. Then hopefully everyone can see everything that's talking instead of me just having to talk and then ask questions. And when people watch this again, they're like, this guy's going crazy. What's up, Jack? Jack Feinstein. What do you think of Turo, the app that lets you rent out your car? Well, that's a good question. Honestly, I don't think that's in my market. So I've never really tried. I've heard of Uberman and stuff talking about it, and they've done it. And I guess it's good if you have a vehicle just like laying around and you want to, because I guess you can use those miles that whoever drove your vehicle, you can use those miles and write them off against whatever you make this year as well. So on that aspect, that sounds cool, but it's just like any kind of rental. You never know how someone's going to take care of your vehicle, because we all know no one's going to take care of it as best as you can. So my honest opinion is I probably wouldn't do it, honestly. But that's me. And yeah, I drive enough for, my own miles. But if I had another vehicle and it was just chilling, lying around, and I didn't care about it, yeah, why not? Because I think it's all covered under their insurance if something bad was to happen. So yeah, but I'd have to look into it more personally before I would actually make that decision. But thank you. That was a good question there, Jack. What does everybody that's watching here think? You guys gonna go out there in any bad weather? Because, like I said, I already know I'm not. Darla says, I'm at the Elks Lodge having vodka and cranberry juice. Put all my disco lights on. Oh, snap. Well, I take it you're not working today. That's awesome. See, everybody does need some time off. And Sundays, I usually like to try to use for time off, but I don't know. The entire weekend's always good to Uber, and Lyft, to drive in general. So I like to try to, get it while I can, because, during the week I got a busy schedule with all my kids, and the wife works full time, so I don't always have time to go Uber. I got like a couple hours during each day. But as we all know, I mean, like the hours I have available are like between 12 and 3, and those are not prime hours at all. In any market, those are not prime hours. So, yeah, I just have to make do with what I can. And when I do get rides and whatnot, interact with your passengers, because you never know what, you could offer them. And I do HVAC services, landscaping, stuff like that. So, yeah, I've sold a couple jobs on the side and made a couple grand just by meeting people. So you just never know who you're going to run into. That's why you always be professional and courteous, and try not to be negative, because nobody wants negative. And if you have a side gig or if you're selling anything, nobody's going to want to buy anything from you. They're like, screw that person. And I have, like the last time I did drive bad in the weather, I was already out. Like I was about an hour from home, out in St. Pete, and I was trying to get back home. And then it started pouring down, and I got a couple rides, because I just put the destination filter on. I was like, nope, screw it. And I did break my own rule and pick up people, but then I saw how muddy it was and stuff, and I just didn't want to do it. And those weather floor mats are nice, but they are a little pricey. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't like having to deal with it. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I made a video last night, too, because I was dropping somebody off at some club in downtown, and I see this little Prius roll up, and I shit you not, 6 people got out of this little car, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I thought it was like, like a clown car. They were sitting on people's laps and stuff, and I was like, Jesus, please, people, don't do this. Please do not have more people in your ride than you have seatbelts, because let me tell you what, you're just not covered, and if you get in an accident, it ain't worth it. And I've seen this even in bad weather. People just try to jump in real quick when it was raining. And it's like, come on now, you already know it's an increased chance of getting in an accident, and then you have this, and you have all these people crammed in? No, I don't think so. I will say one thing, on the rides when I picked up, when it was raining, I did have people, it seemed like they did tip you more. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they felt bad, or, they were happy to get out of the weather. I don't know. But I noticed in bad weather, I will get better tips, but personally, it's not worth it. I mean, it's just a little sprinkle or something. Yeah, well, why not? But like what I just showed everybody that's about to hit me, no, we got thunderstorms, tornado warnings, everything, and the sky's already getting bad. It's getting windier. Nah, it ain't worth it. I'm in Florida. You know how many? All right, it's gonna sound bad, okay? But there's a lot of old people, and they can't always see well. They're either really slow or they're going everywhere, and it just ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. Too much risk. So, Darla, you said you saw the video? Yeah, I mean, it's stupid that I even have to make a video. You know what I'm saying? But the fact is, people just still do it. Just like with the unaccompanied minors and everything like that, picking up people without booster seats and car seats, people just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Even people that watch my videos, a lot of them don't take my advice, which, hey, it's my opinion on everything. Everyone's got their own opinion. Everyone can do and not do whatever they want. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just out there trying to help everybody. I want everybody to know, so that way when something happens, I tried to warn you. I tried to help you out. I mean, I know everyone loves money, and like I said, I love money too. But man, I cannot risk it. And I'm not going to say I never have, because, that'd be just lying. Of course I have. People told me they were just going down the street, and then, yeah, they didn't tip you or anything. So, yeah, when I was a newbie and started out, I did a lot of the dumb shit that I tell people not to do now. And, of course, the only way I knew, because I found out. Like, when I started, I didn't know you couldn't take unaccompanied minors or, I mean, of course, obviously the booster seat and chair, I never did that because I have kids, so I always have a booster seat. So that was just, a given. But I didn't really realize you couldn't pick up, like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds and take them wherever. So I did all that. I even got a video on all that. The 5 top mistakes all new drivers make. And I know because I did them. So, yeah. So I'm not going to say I'm perfect because I sure as hell I'm not. All I can do is try to help you learn from my mistakes. And I'm so glad I didn't get deactivated or anything because then that would have been really horrible. You say you had that happen to you and you was pissed and no tip. That's right, Darla. See, that's why I say it. If people say one thing, they get in the car and they all just scatter. Now, especially the college kids, they're the worst at it. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, look. Yep, now it's already starting to rain. Getting the outer rims of it. The college kids are like the worst. They always say they're going to do something and not. Especially, I'll tip you in the app. If I had $1, or hell, if I had a nickel for every time I heard I'll tip you in the app, I'd be rich. No, don't get me wrong. I have had some people tip. I've had people, say it, and then I get a tip like 6-7 days later. That was really cool. So in that aspect, what Uber has for the whole tipping thing, that is awesome. I love the fact they can have a month to tip me. What I wish it was more is the fact of after each ride, before they can order their next ride, it should make them have to rate their previous driver. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're going to tip them or not, whatever. But they should make it so you have to get rated. Because if ratings is what determines if we stay active and not, then they need to make it so people rate us. And I don't know if anyone's checked inside the Rider app still before, but it still has in there that they don't have to tip us. And that's why I tell everybody to have a sign. Always try to have a sign or a tip box or something because it is kind of messed up. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I had a couple people send me different stuff. Oh, here it is. Yep. Right here. And come on, focus. It's in yellow. I don't know if you end up pausing the video, but I'll go ahead and read it. It says, fares are all-inclusive and the completely hassle-free payments are made using your credit card that is on file with no need to tip, thereby getting rid of the stressful moment at the end of taxi trips where you calculate a tip in your head. Customers can even save if they happen to have an Uber coupon or Uber promo code. So, yeah, the fact that they still hide the fact, and it still says in there about Uber saying they don't have to tip, really does piss me off. And I try to stay positive about that, but that's why I just say, screw it, bam. Have a tip sign or a tip box, because why not? It's not against the TOS, it's not against anything. It can only help you. And if not, try it for a weekend, try a week on, week off. Doesn't work, then don't use it. But then you could say you tried it. And, yeah, don't knock it till you try it, as they always say. Oh, okay, back to the chat up in here. What is this? New man. What's up, new man? I did my stats. 70% of people who said they were going to tip are lying. Damn, that's a high percentage right there. But, yeah, I'd say at least 60%. So I would say your stats are probably still pretty accurate there. That's why I still love it when I have the tip box and sign out. Most people still tip cash. And as we all know, cash is king, baby. Oh, yeah. Now, if one of my private clientele called me up and said they need to go somewhere and it was, just like raining really bad or something like that out, I might consider go ahead and going out just because I already know that's guaranteed. All my private clientele guaranteed tip me $50 or more, no matter where they go, because they always, it's always somewhere good, and they know I'm going to drop them off, and then I'll come back to them whatever they need. So I get a $50 tip no matter what. So in those instances, yes, I am more inclined to want to go ahead and go out there and, try to make that money even if it's raining. But other than that, no. I don't go out for non-sure things. For a sure thing, I might risk it. But anything else, I'm not gonna. What's up, Darla? What'd you say? A $12 ride comes to $3.83 for Uber ride. Good Jesus. Yeah, that sucks. Darla, do you know anyone in the Largo area I can meet up with? Oof. Not offhand. I know a couple people down there in St. Pete, but a lot of people I know live in Tampa, and they just, they go wherever the rides take them. I personally I'll drive all the way to St. Pete because I love that place the most. Treasure Island, baby. Treasure Island and St. Pete Beach. That's where you get all that money. But now I know I'm pretty sure you're in the Uber Lyft Driver 101 group, and of course we also have a local group as well. So that way you can I'm sure you could post in the groups asking if people are out there, and you just never know, you might get a meetup. Newman, can you explain why we get more tips on Lyft than Uber? Oh, of course, man. That's the easiest right there. Since Lyft has always had tips in there, they have never told their customers they didn't have to tip. And I'm pretty sure, I've never taken a Lyft as a rider yet. I've been saving that one. But I'm pretty sure that after they rate, they make the tip option a lot more visible to the riders. So that way it's easier. But Lyft has always had it in there for tipping, so everyone's always known that it's been okay and that it's available. With Uber, of course, they bashed it in people's head for so long that tipping wasn't required that a lot of people still don't know, and then they hide it like I just showed everybody in the app, and they still have it where it freaking says, they don't have to tip us. And then, of course, they can't tip us unless they rate us. It makes things so much more complicated than it needs to be. And then, of course, we reported for anything at any time. Darla says, is your chat room just on Friday evenings? What do you mean? On Fridays, I let everybody in my Uber Lyft Driver 101 group, I let them advertise whatever they want, if that's what you're talking about. But, I mean, if you're just asking a question about Meetup, that's not really advertising, so you can go ahead and do that. That's fine. But on Fridays, in my group, I let everybody just advertise whatever side gigs they have to make some extra money, or try to, or whatnot. And there's like 17,800 people in there. So you just never know who you're going to find, what you're going to see, what you're going to do. Man, and I was kind of hoping to break 500 this weekend. $38 short, and today would have put me over, but this damn rain is gonna. It's just not worth it. I didn't have any private clientele ask anything today, so I'm just like, no. If I was going out for a guaranteed 50 plus whatever their rides are, then I would. Because then while I'm waiting for them, I still Uber and Lyft all around them. That way, try to maximize everything for the time I'm out there. To back up, Lyft might suck at times and piss you off, but when it's all you got, you work with what you got. That's all you can do right there. Yep, in our market, in Tampa market, that's right, Darla, St. Pete makes the most tips because Tampa itself is more of a college town. Just how it is. So yeah, St. Pete's where all the older rich people, at least I say, the rich people live. They all got them nice, big old houses. Oh, excuse me. They have them big old houses, man. But you know what, sadly, I found it that the average or poorer person tips a lot more than the rich people do. But I guess that's how the rich stay rich. But I always conversate with everybody. College do not pay tips. Yeah, sadly, they really suck at that. I will definitely have to agree with you on that one. I noticed a lot of the U.S. is having either some kind of storm or recovering from snowstorms and everything else. I think I had some people from Wisconsin or something yesterday. sent me some pictures, and I was like, oh, I sure hope they're not going out, because, man, it is bad. Oh, Saturday. Don't know. No, I don't know. But yeah, things are going to get bad. Man, and I wanted to go make this money. Hope everyone else this week's been really great. I mean, because hell, during the week I made like an extra $300 for like 12 hours. So I put in like 20 hours total this week. 22. Made like $700, but it wasn't what I wanted. Because the weekends is where the money's at. It's always where the money's at. And of course, if anybody ever has any questions or anything like that with rideshare, my email and everything's always in the description, so people can always email me anything they want, and I try to do my best for helping them out. I know I got to do better at planning my live videos so people can actually do more Q&A, but I don't script anything, and everything's just on the fly, so I just try to roll with it. But I'm going to try to get better at that, because then I do get a bunch of emails, which is cool, and I try to answer. I check it like 3-4 times a day, so I'm always out there trying to get back with everybody. Oh, someone said something. Newman said, college students don't tip and negatively affect your rating. That is why I'm trying to stay off campus. You know what? I have to agree with that, because a lot of them can get a little spiteful sometimes, especially if you didn't let their extra friend jump in. Like, my vehicle holds 7 people, okay, because I got the center, I got the jump seat. I can hold 7 other people besides me. And people still be getting mad. Like, come on, man, let me just jump them in real quick. Let me just have the one other guy sit on the lap or on the floor. I'm like, no, dude, it can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Order another ride. Split it up between you guys. Do something. But you ain't getting me. And Darla says, I think the bar people give more tips. You know what? I agree with that. That also goes hand in hand with it. Could kill your rating. I've had people tip me 1 star or give me 1 star and still give me a tip. So that is pretty funny right there. Think we should do a duo live cast. Are you up to it? I'm not sure really how to do that, but I mean, you could do it and I guess try to invite me or something like that. I'll be down for something. But personally, I don't know how to do it. I'm still learning the whole things of YouTube. So I don't pretend to be an expert or know everything. I just know I know a bit, so I try to, inform everybody what I know. I've been doing this for like almost just over 3 years now. And it's been fun. I've seen its ups and downs. Everyone get pissed off and mad. Of course, our big monument moment is when Uber added tipping in the app. But before that, I was always getting tips. Just because of my sign. Well, I know a lot of people, Darla, they do it through the YouTube, which is always kind of cool. It has like 2 different boxes. Oh, I mean, we might be able to pull something off like that. Can't make any promises. Wife doesn't like me meeting a bunch of new people. Oh, what is this? Brazil. Oh, Andre Santos, Brazil. What's going on, man? Woof. Whole another continent. Damn. Hope the weather's nice over there. Uh-oh. It's getting really dark. All right, well, this is all about to hit me, and I don't want to get all soaked. So I'm going to go ahead and end all this. But I hope everyone stays safe out there. Like, comment, subscribe. Always give it a thumbs up. Always check the description below for helpful information and tips. Got the driver's page, the website, and referral codes left and right. Man, but I just want everybody to go out there, get that money. Just keep doing you. Be safe. Drive smarter, not harder. And as always, Uber and Lyft on. Yeah, I hear you, Darla. And if anything, we could figure out on the app too, so that way we could do something. I know we can. I see everybody else doing it. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Be safe and peace out.